Hello, welcome. In this lecture, I added access and permission to user. Before access, open user index method and open user. We added a new button in this and in this. Okay, copy this and added this, change to and permissions and change to warning, and if refresh, added permission button. We can add permission to user, but we can add permission to we want to add it staff user, just to staff user and admin user, and user not this show this button. For this I use of if method and say just user see user staff see this button. Okay, and in this and if okay, if refresh, the e and if okay, and if refresh, just staff user is permission C. Open the admin and use two method for store and create a permission for this user. Okay, in this I define new route and route. Before this comment this users permissions. Okay, I define route get and get, for example, define users and access to user and send to permissions. Okay, and use new permission in I define new permission. Before this in this we can create new directory and directory name user. Okay, user permission controller and create in user. Okay, and in this I use of this copy this and use this method and method for create and create. Okay, and in this permission just use change it to permission controller to user. We can't use in this and add it to added user and permission controller, and if it work and call pop function. Before using of this we can use in permission controller and use of this I remove this, and in permission controller I define public function, new, say create user, or change to permission user. Okay, I use of these and change to create permission user, and say name users and permissions. Okay, and these, and I get these and use post method for user permission and permission controller, and permission user store method. Copy this and use this. Okay, and name it to permissions dot store. I create two route and just use this. In create in this permission users, I say return view, just open admin dot permissions dot for example permissions, say name permission. Okay, and a copy of create or copy of edit on permissions. I copy of create. Permissions dot blade dot php, and it is good. Close this and this. Okay, in this permissions I say create permissions or submit permissions for this user, and submit permissions. Route name, we can use PHP Artisan route list. Permissions store. Okay, user permission store, and name, add remove this and add permissions and change to select, and change to we use of select and name to permissions, and use these for select and permission. Go this for this, and use of for each for access or permission, for each for access all permissions, and get all, and as dollar permission, and end for each, and use option and value. We can say dollar permission ID, and in this we can say $permission, permission name and use of this label. Okay, it is okay, and type submit. If I have permissions, I use of permission in this way. Use of this, use of this in array and $permission ID, and we can set remove this and add it in role. Okay, I open permission controller and in permission user. In permission, if clicking permission, send it for me user. Use of $user, and in this I just return this user for test. Okay, if refresh and select permission, create edit user, open this permission in index. Okay, change this to name users permissions. We can change to create user permissions and create. In this index users permissions and create, refresh and permission and return this user. Okay, it is work and pass to this route. Refresh and not find this. I open permission and just in store method we pass $user. Okay, if refresh and see undefined variable user. For this in permission controller just use compact and pass user to this view. If refresh, I see the permission and we see select permission in this. For multi-select, open the permission and this type multiple in this and refresh, and we can select multi permissions. Okay, this permission use select use class form control and refresh, and it is good. Okay, for store this permission, open the permission controller and use this validate and return, copy this and paste this and use request and $request method for this, and permission remove this and permissions use it in permissions and required and array. Okay, and this I remove this change to for user and back to users index. Okay, in this we can use of $user. I pass the user in this and user and $user. I use of this user and call in this user call method open models users and set name permissions and use of these permissions and use method since for added as this permission to database. Okay, I use of this and in this we can update this. Okay, click in this submit and not found users index. PHP Artisan root list users. I called users index U uppercase and refresh recent and permission successfully update for this user. And if I click permission and I added in select before added this select in role I use permissions user. See user ID 9 has permission 4 and 5. Okay.